Ben is obviously probably one of the greatest quarterbacks in Pittsburgh history behind Terry Bradshaw, if not the best Pittsburgh quarterback ever. It's really just the point of, can Pittsburgh win with Ben Roethlisberger? Obviously, we know that Ben is better than Mason Rudolph and anybody else that they have on that roster, but um, are you willing to bank enough of your cap hit or your cap availability on a late 30-year-old quarterback? And the question is, I think he gives you a better shot than anybody else, but I don't know, man. That it's all a matter of how they're willing to work that cap. But based off of the conversation that he had with the owner, that I got an understanding of, is that they're willing to restructure and they're willing to build. So
Yeah.
I think it's a good move for Pittsburgh to keep him. That gives them another year to kind of, maybe draft another quarterback to kind of watch him in the backfield. Obviously, we know that not in the backfield, watch him on the sideline. We know that Mason Rudolph just didn't pan out in the opportunities that he was given. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I think at this point, when it comes to the Steelers, I think this is it. This is their last year to go for a title. Because I think after this year, I think Ben's done. Honestly, there were points in time last year where it looked like he was done. And I remember when they were losing the game to the Cleveland Browns in the AFC wildcard game, and you saw Ben Roethlisberger talking to the Pouncey, was it Marquise?
I can't remember which one it is.
Yeah, he was talking to one of the Pouncey brothers on a sideline. And, he was definitely emotional about the whole situation of them getting bounced out of the playoffs in the first round when they got off to a fantastic start last year. They got off to an 11-0 start, and then they completely fell apart at the end of the season. And they got absolutely railed by Cleveland in the first game of the playoffs. So, look, I think this is the last year that they're going to have as a viable championship contending team. And I think after this year, they're going to be in for a major rebuild. So I think at this point, they got to start preparing for Ben Roethlisberger's departure after this season. And they better start looking for a quarterback because they're going to be looking for one very soon. And if they don't get those wheels churning sooner rather than later, they're going to be a world of trouble after Big Ben leaves, because once he leaves and they don't have that quarterback situation figured out, they are going to be in a very dark place for the foreseeable future.
Big time. Big time. Pittsburgh's dynasty, or Pittsburgh's little legacy over the last 15, 16 years is it's coming to an end. We all know what Ben did in the earlier ladder of his career, bringing 2 Super Bowl titles within 5 or 6 years to the city of Pittsburgh, which was great. After that, consistent playoff appearances. But obviously, we know that everybody has their window, everybody has their time, and other than Brady, it just seems like everybody kind of hits that wall. So
Yep.
we all know Ben's at that point now where it's win or go home, and I don't think they have enough to win, but they definitely have enough to compete, and it all surrounds the availability of their cap hit.
Yeah, it's just, I mean, he's 41 million on the cap this year. I mean,
Got to restructure that. Got to cut
yeah,
that big time.
that's a lot. That's a lot of money. And Pittsburgh doesn't have that much cap space to begin with.
They barely have any. They want to bring JJ. They're restructuring a lot of people already.
Yeah, they're gonna have to. They're gonna have to go. They're gonna have to overhaul some of these contracts. I mean, look, they got to restructure Ben's contract, but bringing in free agents this year is gonna be tough for Pittsburgh.
Yep, agreed. But they'll make it happen if TJ wants it.
if they had 20 to 25 million in cap space, I could definitely see them maybe making that happen. But they don't have they gotta cut some of this cap space. They gotta cut some of this cap before they can even be in the realm of possibility of making a trade or making an acquisition in free agency this year.
Big time.